The perfect diet isn't just about losing weight. It's about transforming your entire body from the inside out. Dr. Eric Berg's approach focuses on real, nutrient-dense foods that work with your body, not against it. Imagine burning fat effortlessly, boosting your energy, and feeling healthier than ever before, all without restrictive plans. Dr. Berg reveals how hormones and metabolism play a key role in your health and shows you exactly what works. No gimmicks, no shortcuts, just science-backed strategies to help you feel your best. Take control of your health and discover what the perfect diet can do for you.
So the question is, what is the perfect diet? Okay, what would you think would be the most perfect diet in the world? Because there's millions of them, and if you start doing Google searches, you're going to be very, very, very confused. So what I want to do to answer that question is to give you a principle that you should eat for nutrients, because the healthiest, most perfect diet in the world would satisfy all of the nutrient requirements. I'm not talking about eating some food and taking some synthetic vitamins with it, or having a food that has enriched with synthetic vitamins. That's not perfect. I'm talking about a diet that would satisfy all the nutrients that you need. A diet that would create the most health and have the properties in those foods that would enhance and prevent the most health problems. Like, there are foods out there that prevent cancer. There are foods out there that will prevent macular degeneration, your vision, that will help protect you down the road and bulletproof your health preventively.
The perfect diet isn't about just eating food and taking synthetic vitamins. According to Dr. Eric Berg, the most perfect diet is one that satisfies all your nutrient requirements naturally. It's about consuming real, nutrient-dense foods that enhance your health and prevent problems like cancer, macular degeneration, and vision loss. Synthetic additives or processed foods can't match the power of nature. By focusing on foods rich in nutrients, you can support your body, improve your overall health, and avoid the pitfalls of modern artificial diets.
And then the most perfect diet would be those foods that would contain the most, that are most natural. Okay, so of course you have the difference between wild-caught and farm-raised fish, which would be like hormone pellets and things like that, or free-range versus farm, like in this barn where they have 3,000 chickens in one tiny little cage. Or you have organic versus regular hormone-fed animals, like that type of thing. Or pesticides sprayed on the foods.
The most perfect diet comes from foods in their most natural state. Dr. Eric Berg explains the difference between wild-caught and farm-raised fish, or free-range versus factory-farmed animals. It's all about quality. Wild-caught and free-range options are richer in nutrients and free from harmful additives. The same goes for fruits and vegetables. Those sprayed with pesticides can introduce toxins into your body, while organic or naturally grown produce supports better health. Choosing the right foods makes all the difference in building a truly perfect diet.
So the most perfect diet obviously wouldn't include those, and it wouldn't include GMO foods, genetically modified foods. So you want to look at the foods that would satisfy the majority of the deficiencies. Now, it makes no sense to take vitamins unless your food you're eating is corrected.
The most perfect diet avoids synthetic ingredients and GMO foods. Instead, it focuses on real, nutrient-dense foods that naturally address the body's deficiencies. The key is choosing foods that provide the vitamins and minerals your body truly needs to thrive, without relying on artificial substitutes. It's about nourishing your body the way nature intended.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to tell you this. You want to look at food from a different angle, not necessarily what you feel like eating this all the time, but what during a given day, how am I going to get the nutrition, okay? But how do you know that? That's kind of, it's hard to find that. So what I did is I created some software. It took me over 2 years And I personally invested of my own money about $150,000 to build this software. So I hope you appreciate it because it's a free software for anyone. And all it does is it analyzes what you eat in a given day, and it compares it with all the nutrients that you should be having for your age, for your sex, male or female, and it will then tell you what you're deficient in, okay? And then not only that, it'll tell you what foods to eat more of and in the amounts that you need to eat them.
Dr. Eric Berg developed a powerful software tool to help people identify exactly what to eat for perfect nutrition. This tool analyzes your needs and guides you toward the most nutrient-dense foods to fill any deficiencies. With this system, achieving optimal health and creating the perfect diet has never been easier.
Why is that valuable? Because very few people are getting enough nutrition from the diet that they're eating right now. And so what we want to do is know, are we deficient well before we become deficient? So this is more of like preventative stuff. Why would you wait until you're deficient in a nutrient to develop a problem and then try to fix it with a vitamin when you can actively eat the nutrition right over here so you never end up like that?
Why wait until you're deficient in a nutrient and develop a health problem? Dr. Eric Berg emphasizes the importance of knowing what you eat and focusing on preventative nutrition. Instead of fixing issues later with supplements, you can actively consume nutrient-rich foods now to stay healthy and avoid those problems altogether.
So it's very, very, very simple and very logical. But to do that, you really need to evaluate what you do eat, because let's just take one mineral, potassium. Potassium is needed in the amounts of 4,700 milligrams per day. Now you might say, well, I eat a banana. Really? Well, that's about 400 milligrams. You're not going to eat 12 bananas a day. So what you can do is you can find out what foods have the highest potassium, not just bananas, and then eat more of those if you're deficient. And then it will evaluate some of the trace minerals that you need too, like iodine and selenium. All these trace minerals that are not in our soils in the US, they're probably in Hawaii because the volcanic ash laid out the trace minerals, and in Italy probably, or Europe, or Russia, or even Africa, but not in America because we don't put these trace minerals back into the soil. So you want to start focusing on foods that have the most nutrition. But what I did is I created some software to make it easy for you to figure that out.
In summary, the perfect diet is all about eating real, nutrient-dense foods that prevent deficiencies and support optimal health. Focus on foods rich in essential nutrients, like potassium, which is vital for your energy, heart, and overall well-being. Remember, what you eat today shapes your health tomorrow. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more tips on achieving perfect health. Your support helps us bring you the best content to stay informed and healthy.